Morris Costumes 2022 Chucky animatronic has been leaked. Let's take a look at him. For everything scary, I'm GMHaunts, and the Morris Costumes 2022 Chucky animatronic has been leaked. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, one of the animatronics that was discovered to have been secretly put in the Morris Costumes website in a secret page a couple of weeks ago has now gotten its official stock photos leaked. Now, like I just mentioned, around 2 weeks ago, some secret pages were added to the Morris Costumes website. They were basically the early listings for a few Morris Costumes 2022 animatronics. A few of my Haunter friends were digging around in the website. They discovered these pages and they released them onto various social media platforms within the Halloween and Haunter community. One of those animatronics was a brand new life-size animated Chucky. However, none of his photos were in, none of his videos, nothing. We only had his official name, once again, life-size animated Chucky, and we knew that he was going to be manufactured by Gemmy Industries, a company that kind of gets criticized a lot, so it wasn't a huge, big hurrah when we knew that he was going to be made by Gemmy. Well, just around 2 days ago, his official stock photos were leaked and they were put onto his secret page. Now, I do want to say that as of this point, the official listing is not up right now. So technically, this is a leak. You cannot order him as of yet. We just discovered that his photos have been added to the secret Morris Costumes listing. So yes, technically, this is a leaked listing. Just want to say that before I get into this discussion. But without further ado, let's take a look at the brand new leaked stock photos of this brand new Morris Costumes 2022 Gemmy life-size animated Chucky. Alright, so before I get into my thoughts on the actual looks of this brand new leaked Morris Costumes 2022 animatronic, I do want to get a couple of things out of the way. First of all, this brand new animatronic will be retailing for $119.90, a little bit of an odd price, but just about 120 United States dollars. I'll get back to that in a second. The second thing I want to mention is that this animatronic looks to be kind of mimicking the looks of Chucky from the Bride of Chucky film. Obviously, throughout the Child's Play franchise, Chucky's look changes a lot throughout the different movies. This one looks to be kind of replicating the look that he sports in the film Bride of Chucky. Then the third thing that I want to mention is that as of the time of filming this video, we do not have his official video as of yet. We only have one of his official stock photos. So as of right now, I can't show you his audio, I can't show you his animation, because his official video has not been uploaded or added to the listing. We only have his official stock photo. But with all of that out of the way, let's get into my thoughts and the discussion of this brand new Child's Play 2022 Morris Costumes Chucky. So right off the bat, and I want to get this out of the way instantly, I'm not a huge fan of this guy, and I know that a lot of other haunters are saying the exact same thing. In my opinion, and I know, like I just mentioned, I'm not the only one saying this guy is absolutely not that great of an animatronic. He is being manufactured by Gemmy Industries, a company that has been highly criticized within the last couple of years, a company that used to be good 10, 15 years ago, and then recently has really been on a downturn and really just making some bad stuff that's bad quality and not super detailed, nowhere near the level of stuff that they were creating around 10 years ago. Gemmy will be manufacturing this brand new life-size Chucky. Taking a look at this guy, he is kind of standing on some kind of what looks like a roaming base. Obviously, we have seen in recent years from companies such as Halloween, they also manufactured some roaming bump-and-go Chuckies. I kind of feel like this guy looks very similar because he seems to be on a moving base. Now, we do not have his official description as of right now, so we don't know for sure if he will be a roaming animatronic, but to be completely honest with you, it kind of looks like that, since he does seem to be on a roaming base and not an actual just metal base, that maybe he would have an animation with his arms or something. He looks to be on something that looks to be a roaming base, so that could be pointing to the fact that he's another bump-and-go Chucky animatronic. He is holding the knife that he always features. He's holding it in his right hand, and it's kind of facing backwards. Not that much detail on it, and to be completely honest, I think the knife does not look that realistic, and kind of the same with the rest. Taking a look at the face, like I mentioned, this guy seems to be replicating the look that Chucky has in the film Bride of Chucky. I'm not really sure what I think about it. I mean, the paint job and the sculpt is just alright. I feel like the paint job is the thing that is kind of letting this go. The sculpt is actually pretty alright. I feel like the paint job that's being used on this, just the paint and the acrylic, really makes it not look realistic at all. It just looks plasticky. It doesn't look like what Chucky actually looks like in Child's Play, Bride of Chucky. Really don't enjoy that, and I feel like one of the things that I don't like the most about this are his eyes. His eyes look super fake. They look super plasticky. They just look like dead because they're just painted. It would have been awesome if we got some kind of glossy look instead of just paint job that really doesn't look like real eyes, or what Chucky would actually have in the movie. Not a huge fan of that. I do feel like that the hair, at least in this stock photo, and most likely what is a prototype, the hair looks pretty decent. Does look pretty realistic, and I feel like it matches pretty well with Bride of Chucky. It looks like actual doll hair. It's that bright orange color. It looks decent. Probably the hair is actually one of my favorite things about this, because I really feel like the face is absolutely not good at all, but I do think that the hair kind of goes well, and the hair does look somewhat realistic to the movie. Taking a look at his Good Guys doll outfit, obviously something that Chucky's absolutely known for. His striped outfit, his coveralls, and then his the classic Good Guys logo. I actually think that the costume on this guy is relatively good. It does look like a real material, which is nice. It doesn't look like some cheap clothing animatronic material. Seems to be that they went with kind of almost even a real jean material, which is really awesome. The Good Guys logo looks awesome. Obviously this is officially licensed, so they were able to get the official Good Guys logo. The patterns on his outfit do look pretty accurate to the movie. He's got all the different kinds of jobs that the Good Guys doll could do in the movie that they advertise, such as the construction worker, the doctor, among others. You can kind of see those patterns on his outfit. They do look pretty accurate to the movie. It's such a small detail, but they did get it pretty accurate. I love how you can see the construction hat. You can kind of see the doctor equipment. There's a couple different things on there. There's a saw for the construction worker. I do enjoy the detailing on the outfit. I think it looks decent, and it definitely, in my opinion, looks pretty accurate to what Bride of Chucky has in the movie. I'm a big fan of what they were able to do with it. Also with the striped outfit, it does look pretty accurate, and once again, the quality looks actually decent. Not like what we see from other companies where it's just a fake clothing material. I do enjoy that. Taking a look at his hands, oh boy. The hands are one of my least favorite things about this guy, and this goes hand in hand. That, no pun intended, actually. We're talking about hands. No pun intended. The hands go hand in hand with the things I don't like about the face. They just look really plasticky. They look really fake. It's absolutely not what the doll looks like, what Chucky looks like. Charles Lee Ray, I guess you could say, in the Bride of Chucky film. Really doesn't look good. It just looks like a pure plasticky color. It doesn't look realistic at all. It just looks like a cheap made-in-China animatronic. I'm just not a fan of the hands at all. They look really plasticky. They kind of just, again, go hand in hand with what I don't like about the face. They look plasticky. They absolutely don't look like kind of realistic to what he looks like in Bride of Chucky. I'm also not a huge fan of the way that the fingers are laying and the hands are. Maybe it would have been kind of cool if the knife hand was actually up and pointing the knife out like he was going to attack you, stab you. But no, it's just kind of at his side. I don't really love that. He kind of looks like he's just in a resting position. He kind of looks like the position that he's in when he's in the Good Guys doll box, which is not that awesome or not that great, because when we see him in the movie, when he's not in the box, he's very kind of animated. He's very, he's doing a lot of motions. I'm not a huge fan of, and if this animatronic is a bump and go, where he's just going to roll him around, it really doesn't look good. That all he does is kind of just stare, kind of like a Michael Myers stance, in my opinion. Just looking forward, hands by his side. Really doesn't look that good. It doesn't look animated at all, and it really doesn't create that scary effect that he's alive if he does have a bump and go animation like we believe he does. One of the last things that I want to talk about are his shoes and the base. These shoes, again, just look super fake. I don't like the look of them at all. They do not look like what they look like in the movie. They don't look like real shoes. You really just get the sense that they're shiny and plastic. Shoes are not shiny and plastic, so they absolutely should not look like that. Not a fan of the shoes at all. That also goes along with the base. Not really sure what is going even on with the base. We have some kind of like metal oval shape with blood on it. What is going on here? Obviously, they just had to get some kind of texture or some kind of plastic piece to give him for a base, but it doesn't make sense at all to the movie. Chucky never stands on some kind of metal with blood on it. Really doesn't make any sense. I hate the way it looks, and even the way they painted the blood, it really does not look realistic at all. It kind of just looks like plastic. It doesn't even look like a real blood material. They could have just done some spray paint blood or something like that, but no, they kind of did a plasticky blood, which really doesn't look realistic. Once again, I just don't understand it. Why is Chucky standing on like a piece of metal that has blood on it? It really just doesn't make any sense. Like I mentioned in the beginning, we do not know officially what this guy's animation will be. However, we do know that this is not a static prop. This is 100% animatronic because his title is Animated Life-Size Chucky. This is a brand new animatronic. We just don't know what his animation is. Like I mentioned, my personal opinion, or my personal prediction, I should say, is that he will be a brand new roaming bump and go animatronic because of his base. I have a feeling he's just gonna kind of roam around like a Roomba, like a vacuum cleaner. Most likely, we have seen that before, but it looks like that's what we're getting once again. I would have enjoyed to get an animatronic that stood on a metal base. Maybe if the arms moved up and down, maybe if his head moved from side to side, maybe with a moving mouth. But no, it looks like we're getting yet another roaming animatronic, which is honestly pretty disappointing. They could have done so much more with the animation of this brand new Chucky animatronic for the 2022 season. Once again, he'll be retailing for just about 120 United States dollars, but once he, or I should say he wholesales for that price. Once he goes to other companies such as like Halloween Express, I expect this guy to be retailing somewhere around 190, 200 bucks, which is honestly way overpriced. He's around probably 3-4 feet tall, so for 200 bucks, it's way overpriced. This 120 United States dollars is most likely just a wholesale price, which is kind of disappointing. Maybe you'll be able to buy him for this price. If you can, if a regular person or a consumer or a haunter like myself can get him for that $120 price tag, it's all right. I guess that would fit a 4-foot animatronic. Again, this is just not my cup of tea. I'm not a fan of this guy. I don't think he looks that realistic. I think he looks really plasticky, and I'm not a fan at all of what they've done with him. I don't think that Gemmy was the best manufacturer for this guy. I feel like Techie Design could have done a great job with him. I feel like SVI definitely could have done a good job with him. Gemmy, I just don't think was the right direction to go for this guy because they kind of dropped the ball on him. You could have done a lot cooler stuff, especially with the new Child's Play TV series that's out. It's not called Child's Play, but the new TV series. I know that's why this guy is coming out. They're capitalizing on the brand new Chucky fans and the Chucky kind of excitement coming up once again with the brand new TV series. But overall, I'm not a huge fan of this guy. I feel like he just looks really plasticky. He doesn't look realistic, and he really doesn't look true to the Bride of Chucky film. I'm not that interested in this guy, and I 100% will not be considering to buy him. Also, just because I'm not a huge fan of the Child's Play franchise. There's a lot of other horror characters that I'm a much more big fan of, but this guy I feel like also just doesn't look that good. So overall, not a huge fan of the brand new Chucky coming to Morris Costumes for the 2022 Halloween season. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to wrap up my video taking a look at and reacting to the brand new leaked stock photo of the Morris Costumes / Gemmy 2022 Chucky animatronic. Once again, I'm not a huge fan of this guy. He looks really plasticky in my opinion. He looks kind of just fake and dead. Not a huge fan of him, but let me know in the comments down below, what do you think about this brand new Chucky animatronic for the 2022 season? Once again, do not forget to subscribe right now to the GMHaunts YouTube channel. We are going full force with Halloween content all the way up to the Halloween 2022 season. With Halloween content like this coming out what it seems like every single day at this point, we're really starting to get close to the leak season, the official release season, whatever you want to call it. We're getting really close to the preseason for Halloween 2022. So subscribe right now if Halloween is your thing, because I'm coming out full force with Halloween 2022 videos. Ladies and gentlemen, remember as always, for everything scary, I'm GMHaunts. I'll see you guys later for more Morris Costumes 2022 videos. Goodbye.